3, 2, 1.
As a sports person, I would like to see every Indian healthy and fit. Tobacco harms health and fitness. All forms of tobacco are dangerous and deadly.
Right now, you're a heart attack waiting to happen.
Tobacco use is among the leading preventable causes of death. It is important to know about the harmful effects of tobacco consumption and smoking.
Every BD cigarette is doing you damage. Quit today.
Please stay away from tobacco if you want to lead a healthy life. I do, so should you. Let us raise the wall against tobacco.
This World No Tobacco Day. Say no to smoking and stop the habit.
Cigarettes are not good for us. That's hardly news. We have known about the dangers of smoking for decades. But how exactly do cigarettes harm us? That's what we are going to discover in this video. Did you know that smokers are twice as likely to have a heart attack? And that 1 in 2 smokers will die from a smoking-related disease? Smoking harms nearly every organ in the body, reduces our health and causes many diseases. Let's see what happens as their ingredients make their way through our bodies and how we benefit physically when we finally give up smoking. With each inhalation, smoke brings its more than 7,000 chemical substances into contact with the body's tissues. At least 250 of these are known to be harmful to health, and over 70 are known carcinogens. First of all, tar is a black-brown resinous material containing over 1,000 chemicals that begins to coat the teeth and gums, damaging tooth enamel and eventually causing decay and persistent bad breath and other oral hygiene problems. It also contributes to periodontitis, a gum infection that destroys the bone that supports the teeth, which is a major cause of tooth loss in adults. Tar gives a characteristic yellow stain. In addition to staining the smoker's fingernails, it stains teeth, and if you could see them, it stains lungs too. The vocal cords become irritated because of the tar, making people cough reflexively. Over time, smoke also damages nerve endings in the nose, causing loss of smell. Some of the chemicals in tar are carcinogens, so they cause cancer, making lung, mouth, and throat cancers more common in smokers. Inside the airways and lungs, smoke increases the likelihood of infections as well as chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases like bronchitis and emphysema. It does this by damaging the cilia. Tiny hair-like structures line the lung and air pathways, whose job it is to filter the dust and dirt in the air we breathe. The nicotine in cigarette smoke paralyzes and kills cilia. Smoking also damages the alveoli, the tiny air sacs that enable the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the lungs and blood. Once they are destroyed, they do not grow back. A poisonous gas called carbon monoxide blocks oxygen in the body. It binds with hemoglobin in red blood cells in place of oxygen, attaching faster than oxygen can. With less oxygen coming into our body and cigarette smoke bringing more carbon monoxide in, smoking puts all our vital organs at risk, leading to oxygen deprivation, fatigue, and shortness of breath. Smoking causes breathing problems and increases the risk of dangerous infections like pneumonia, influenza, tuberculosis, and flu. Nicotine and other chemicals from the cigarette simultaneously cause constriction of blood vessels and damage their delicate endothelial lining, restricting blood flow. These vascular effects lead to thickening of blood vessel walls and enhance blood platelet stickiness, increasing the likelihood that clots will form and trigger heart attacks, and are twice as likely to have a stroke. Many of the chemicals inside cigarettes can trigger dangerous mutations in the body's DNA that make cancers form. Additionally, ingredients like arsenic and nickel may disrupt the process of DNA repair, thus compromising the body's ability to fight many cancers. And it is not just lung cancer. Smoking can cause cancer in multiple tissues and organs as well as smoking also affects the eyes, and smokers are more likely to develop cataract, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy as they age. It raises the risk of development of weakened bone or osteoporosis. It can even accelerate hair loss in men. Puffing on cigarettes can also damage the largest organ in our body. The lack of oxygen and nutrients leads to the formation of wrinkles around our eyes and mouth, ultimately leading to aging. Smoking is harmful to the ovaries, potentially causing female infertility and pregnancy complications like miscarriage, low birth weight, and preterm birth. And also, women who smoke during pregnancy are more likely to have babies with orofacial clefts, which means that the baby's lip or mouth doesn't develop properly during pregnancy. In males, smoking can also affect the quality of the sperm and therefore reduce fertility, leading to erectile dysfunction. Smokers report higher levels of everyday stress than non-smokers. Smoking cigarettes increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, which can lead to infection and result in the need to amputate a limb. Smoking is a major risk factor for developing intestinal disorders like gastritis, which can lead to ulcers in their stomachs or intestines. It may also cause delayed emptying of the stomach and slowed peristalsis. Smoking cigarettes can weaken a person's immune system, making them more prone to illness. According to a study, smoking tobacco and nicotine seriously impacts neurological health. Passive exposure to cigarette smoke also damages health, not only to themselves but others too. Smokers also expose others to tobacco smoke in offices, homes, and public places. Above all, it kills 5 million people every year and makes many more fall ill. Hang on! If smoking is so harmful, why do people do it? Well, nicotine, which is one of the chemicals present in the cigarettes, is the main reason for this addiction.